Today is the 1 year anniversary of the birth of the Legal Vices part of the channel. It's been a year, May 2nd.
Yeah, that's
Pretty good.
crazy. I mean, like I
It is.
remember way back in the day, like I was telling people on my channel today, I remember that distinctly a year ago, sitting on Hooker Hill, sitting in Min's Bar, having like the seventh, whatever the hell swill we were drinking, saying, this YouTube thing, it's not hard. You just do it. You got to do it, Jeff. You got to do it. You're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, just fucking do it. And
we got to tell the story. We kind of got to give the whole background. I mean,
sure.
I've had my YouTube channel, this channel, for about 17 years. But it was back in the day when I was riding motorcycles. I was the president of the motorcycle club down here, and I was just uploading pictures of me riding through town here in Busan and on motorcycle trips around the country. So if you go way back into the videos menu, there's like some way back there. But I mean, I didn't do anything for 14 years. It just kind of sat there as sort of a holding place. But gosh, then, it was during Rittenhouse. When I was watching you on Ricada and think, oh, this guy's in Korea. This is a lawyer in Korea that I don't know about.
You're like, he's in a room, and I recognize that's not a bathroom, Like,
yeah. It's a white guy who's a lawyer in Korea that I don't know. And I mean, it's a really small community, and you either know somebody or you know somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I've never heard of this guy. I don't know who this guy is, so I'll just kind of reach out and see what's up and get to know another guy. And well, that led us to hanging out in the Four Seasons Hotel there at Charles H. Bar.
Yes,
that was the first time that you broached the subject. It was several cocktails in. Like, you should do this. You're kind of funny. People want to hear you. I'm like, no, they don't. Then you came to Busan the next time when you were down here hanging out. And staying in the Brown Dot Hotel or whatever the hell that was called.
The Brownstein Hotel. Yeah, that was
whatever the hell that was.
Sketchy as hell, but I managed it.
And then down here in my neck of the woods, hanging out in some of my places, and same conversation happened. No, I really am serious. You should do this. There's no ways. And then back up in Seoul. Then we really got into, like I said, on Hooker Hill and Min's Bar. Yeah, so then we really hit it that night.
And I was just saying, I'm like, you can make money on this and people pay you. And I'm like, you're like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, look, it's Amber Heard. Look at what's happening. And even dopes on the internet like me, and I'll just throw out me as the most center. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, that's the greatest example. Who do you think you are? I think I'm fucking nobody. I think I'm absolutely a regular person, a regular attorney right out there. I don't think I'm special. I don't think I'm magic. But if I can do it, you can certainly do it. And also, Jeff had a specific area that nobody covers. Just like right now, I've been killing it with the Disney stuff because that happens to be my area of expertise, right? You are literally the expert for maritime law, and there's no other attorney out there who touches that at all, period.
At some point, I just got drunk enough that I'm like, all right. And then the next day I ordered like $5,000 worth of computer equipment, and here we are.
It's like $5,000 worth of computer equipment and $10 worth of thumbnails, and it all worked out.
And that was before LawRax came around. Back then it was Dr. Robotnik.
Yes.
It was the Dr. Robotnik thing.
Well, I had people call you the Lorax. Like, there's people that brought it to me. They're like, he really looks like the Lorax, and I'm like, yeah, no, but also Dr. Robotnik, right? But I'm like, no. But Lorax has become a thing. It's been great. You've made it into a thing. I love it. That's the way you do it. You own it. You go with it. You roll with it. And I didn't. And the thing is, I didn't have to tell you what to do. I didn't have to tell you anything, which is the best type of thing. It's like the people that are going to be successful are people who don't need their hand held. They're just like, yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to do it, And I'm sure that over the past year, you found out a lot of things. I gave you the basics. On what to do, but you've done everything yourself. This all is yourself. It's not credit to me. The last whole year, it's been you grinding, you at the axe, you sitting there for the exciting trials like Daryl Brooks, the boring as shit trials like Jesus Christ, Murdaugh. Yeah, I mean, you've done it all. And so you can say now, looking a year back, what you've learned and what you haven't learned. And actually, that's the first question I really have for you is what what are some big things that you've learned? Like things that maybe one thing that's gone well and one thing that hasn't gone well. I think let's start there.
Wow, that's an interesting question.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to get on here and ask you boring questions, but
I mean, the first thing is the privilege of where I had done radio for 5 years, a bajillion years ago, from I guess what it was, like 85 to 91 ish, somewhere around there. So I had the experience of turning on a microphone and talking to people for 6 hours a night while playing music. And so I didn't have that fear that people have when you flip on the mic and you go, okay, now what do I do? What do I talk about? And you think, oh, I mean, if you've never done it, speaking nonstop for 30 seconds is a long time.
yes, without somebody speaking back at you.
Yeah.
Or
And so
without a visual confirmation that like everything is okay, right?
I didn't have that. And it took a while to knock the rust off, but I mean, the concept was there that, I'm just talking at this microphone, but also talking with a bunch of people that are listening. So I guess kind of the one thing that went really right was to trust my feelings on most things. And I mean, just be me. Just be, I said, don't be a character. Just, this is me. This is my shit. You like it or you don't. If you don't like it, well, fine on you.
There's it's right over there. The door is over there. You can go subscribe and go elsewhere. And that's the beauty of YouTube. If somebody really doesn't like you, they don't have to watch your channel. Don't watch the channel. Go somewhere else. But if you are yourself, you're going to find an audience. You're going to find people that like you and like your content, specifically like your content.
It just gives authenticity to what you're doing. If I'm just me, I don't have to worry about letting my facade down or someone finding out what's really going on. Like nobody's going to be
what's the real legal vices? What's
nobody has to do that because that's me.
And I think that's why when I saw you, and also you met me, right? Because we kind of have said this about each other, right? And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but I mean, it's like I am who I am, really.
Yeah.
And you are who you are, and we can both confirm that for each other. It's like, yeah, he's exactly who he is, and I'm exactly who I am, right? And both of us, I think one of the things I saw in you, which is kind of the best thing about somebody on YouTube and somebody who will make it, is somebody who kind of doesn't give a right? And I mean that in a good way. I mean it who is themselves, who's okay being themselves, who's not trying to be somebody else, who's not trying to, be somebody specific, who's not trying to live up and live into somebody else's pattern or dream or whatever else. Just saying, look, I'm out here, I'm going to do my thing. I can get on the internet, I can talk about maritime law, I can get drunk, I can watch cases, I can have fun. And that's all. Right. You don't need to do any more than that.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Like it's just if you be yourself and your friends come to you.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably the thing that I did.
And when we hang out, when I go to Busan, which I need to do again recently, and actually I should. I've been traveling a lot of traveling. I actually have to go. I was in Thailand, but I got to go back next week. But I got to get down there. But when we hang out, what are we doing? We're going having cigars, at the lounge, right? We're going having steaks and cigars at Piggy and some drinks, right? We're just doing the stuff we would be doing on stream, but hanging out. It's the same thing.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why people are like, oh, you guys should bring a camera with you and do some live streams while you're out. I'm like, this is just kind of what we do. you see us anyway. It's just in a louder environment.
It's just us eating a steak and talking about the exact same shit.
Right.
There's not much else there.
Yeah, and it's just worse because you can't hear us over the din.